Welcome to Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today we are busting some of the biggest myths in this upcoming game. The first myth is there is a cover system in Ghost Recon Wildlands. So the last bunch of Ghost Recons have had some sort of cover system, which means you can get into cover behind something, pop up and shoot. In Ghost Recon Wildlands, it's more like the old school Ghost Recon. There's no actual cover. You have to crouch or go prone behind an object. You can remove and attach a suppressor. So in Ghost Recon Wildlands, you can obviously have a suppressed weapon. However, you can also take off the suppressor and put it back on. Now there's no confirmation on exactly what the downside to using suppression will be, but it is very interesting that you can take it off and put it back on. So that is confirmed. Music radio stations are present in Ghost Recon Wildlands. So while doing my playthrough at E3, I noticed something when the developer got into this vehicle, and that is that this radio station just started up. Now if you listen to it, the developer quickly manages to switch it off after only a few seconds.
Buckle up, people.
There you go, he switched it off. But there is indeed a radio station, just like GTA, in the vehicles you get into, and you'll probably be able to switch between multiple channels. You can spot enemies with binoculars. So you've got the drone, that can spot enemies, but you can also spot enemies using binoculars. So if you don't have a sniper rifle with a scope, you can still see people, so that is confirmed. The mini-map shows mission areas, land and air vehicles, and spotted enemies. So for instance, we can see a civilian plane flying over in the mini-map right now. We can see an area where a mission is going to take place. And we can also see vehicles down there along with the target. And we can see anyone who is getting spotted by our teammates. So the mini-map is very important to this game, has a lot of information. Hopefully though you can switch it off if you want to, so that is confirmed. A regional boss is unknown until you get the intel. So for instance, this mission here is all about hacking into a computer system to actually get the information on the boss to actually find out who he is or she is. So that is confirmed. You can pick up enemy weapons. So in this game you're able to pick up enemy weapons that have been dropped. This means you could potentially switch it up and on the fly, or maybe find a better weapon. Now for me, I just switched to a sniper rifle that was unsuppressed, and it was exactly the same sniper rifle as I had, but it shows that you can indeed pick up other weapons, so that is confirmed. Ghost Recon Wildlands is a gory game. So most of the E3 playthrough, there wasn't much blood, there wasn't much in the way of gore. However, there is bits you could see when playing it in the game, that there's actually some very gory bits to it. I'm hoping as well they'll add more blood to the actual combat. So that is confirmed, it is a gory game. The drone has night vision capabilities. So as we can see from this gameplay, we can see that at the bottom of the screen there is a night vision off symbol, which means, obviously, that means we can have night vision on the drones so that they're very usable during the night. So that is confirmed. You can spot enemies using a sniper scope. So we've already seen you can spot enemies using binoculars, and now we can see that we can spot them through the scope as well. And that means you don't always have to use a drone in order to spot things. So that is confirmed. You can be damaged by shrapnel from explosions. So for instance, in this bit of gameplay, there was no bad guys near me, everyone was dead. The only thing that happens is this thing exploded, and I actually got damaged by that explosion from a little bit away. So that seems to be confirmed that you can get damaged by shrapnel. Alarms can be disabled. So an alarm system like this one here, you'll see there's a little silver box underneath the speakers. If you shoot that, it will disable that alarm. So that is confirmed. Very Far Cry. There are no bullet drop physics or travel time. Now this is probably the longest shot I could find, around about 200 meters. You can see that there does appear to be a slight delay between the shot and the hit. So there may be travel time, but is there bullet drop? We'd have to get a longer range shot, so that's plausible for now. Your character is fully customizable. So this is some information from Icy Cats, who did a great video on character customization for Ghost Recon. So you should go check it out, and it appears to confirm that you will be able to completely customize your character. Hopefully as well, create a female character. And, that gets to another myth, one of the main villains in the game is a female. And this is her here. She is Nani Flores, I hope I said that right. and she is in charge of the drug trafficking side of the cartel. So she's going to be a major part of the game. So that is confirmed. Psychological warfare plays a part in Ghost Recon Wildlands. So if you watch when I deploy the drone, watch the right hand side of the screen, you'll see it flashes up with a little bit of menu, but it disappears almost immediately. If we freeze it, it's statistics screen, followed by a reward screen with XP, followed by this which says PSYOPs. Now PSYOPs is the psychological operations part of the United States Army. So this is taken from the wiki. This is the purpose of United States psychological operations is to induce or reinforce behavior favorable to the US objective. Now this makes a lot of sense in a game where we're dealing with a small team fighting it out in a completely different country. So they're going to have to attempt to win not just the battles, but actually the kind of hearts and minds of either the civilians or to demoralize the enemy. And it appears that there is some part of this game which is all about psychological warfare, and I can't wait to see what that is going to be. So that is confirmed. Player characters will have classes. So since E3, I've spotted these 4 images. Now they might have been out before E3, I'm not entirely sure, but it's the names of the files that's interesting. One of them is called Assault, the second one's called Engineer, third one Sniper, and the fourth one Support. Now that is very much the normal Ghost Recon team setup. So could that mean you actually have classes you can pick who have different abilities from each other? Like certainly that Engineer seems to be holding something that doesn't quite look like a drone. So maybe we have the ability to actually customize our characters even further than appearance and actually have different abilities. But this is purely theory, so we're going to put this down in the plausible category, but I'm hoping for classes. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time.